right now, today, the cumulative scientific data that has been put together and done over a number of different studies has shown no efficacy. So when there's a video out there for a bunch of people spouting something that isn't true, the only recourse you have is to be very, very clear in presenting the scientific data that essentially contradicts that.
A bunch of doctors who actually treat COVID patients, Dr. Fauci. Well, that was his latest attack on hydroxychloroquine. The video he's referencing is one that went viral before being censored by the social media giants. What are they afraid of? It featured medical doctors touting the benefits that they've personally witnessed from treating patients with hydroxychloroquine. And they're not alone. Joining me now is Dr. Harvey Risch, professor of epidemiology at the Yale School of Public Health, and Dr. Stephen Smith, founder of the Smith Center for Infectious Diseases and Urban Health. Dr. Risch, in your illustrious career, have you ever seen a commonly used drug this set upon?
No. Good evening, Laura. No, this is totally unusual and just never been seen before that I know of.
Well, big tech CEOs appeared before a congressional committee today, and the topic quickly turned to their ban on that hydroxy video the other day.
If someone is going to go out and say that hydroxychloroquine is proven to cure COVID, when in fact it has not been proven to cure COVID, and that statement could lead people to take a drug that in some cases, some of the data suggests that it might be harmful to people, we think that we should take that down. That could cause imminent risk of harm.
You should stick to comparing the pictures of hot girls at Harvard. Dr. Smith, how dangerous is it to have big tech now judging what the correct opinions are on medical science?
It's enormous. It's an enormous bad development for U.S. medicine. It's horrible to have tech companies weighing in on what's good and what's bad for you from a medical point of view, regardless of what the issue is.
Well, Ohio is taking its cues from the leftist media on hydroxy. The Columbus Dispatch reporting pharmacies, clinics, and other medical institutions in Ohio will be prohibited from dispensing or selling hydroxychloroquine to treat COVID-19, according to new regs issued by the state Ohio Board of Pharmacy. Dr. Risch, I've heard from several doctors in Ohio tonight about this. They said they have never witnessed anything like this, the drug that's been around for 6 decades, and at the end of this new regulation, they admit that doctors do say it can be efficacious.
That's right, but Ohio is no different, except that they made this public. 44 states in total have restrictions and limitations on both prescribing hydroxychloroquine and selling it, and doctors are intimidated all over the country from doing this. So Ohio is just more out in public about it.
Dr. Smith, lives, in my view, are in danger, in jeopardy, because of this. But I'm not a doctor.
Absolutely.
You're the one treating COVID patients. Do you agree with that?
100%. I mean, I've seen this. A large percent of our patients that end up dying or being intubated with COVID come to the ER and get sent home on nothing. And we know from the French data that that group that is mildly ill do very, very well with hydroxychloroquine and azithromycin. And the combination is extremely safe. And that is really disturbing what has gone on in Ohio and what has gone on, period, with this drug. I don't understand it at all. And yet people have died because they did not get hydroxychloroquine and azithromycin upon coming to the ER. They come back 3 or 4 days later, get put on a ventilator, and a month later die. That's an awful, awful thing to happen. It's happened several times to patients I've taken care of. And we know.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I hope people are understanding this, Dr. Risch, what they're hearing. Dr. Smith is one of the preeminent doctors in New Jersey treating patients, okay? He's a real doctor. He's a practicing physician right now in infectious diseases.
At RD, yeah.
Why is this happening, Dr. Risch? Is this political because Trump said it can work, and so if it works, then Trump's responsible for saving lives? I mean, what's going on here?
I think the main reason is that the FDA has said that this drug has potential harms. And they said this, and it's on their website as of the posting on July 1st, that it says in the title of the website that hydroxychloroquine should not be used in patients managed in outpatient circumstances with this drug because of risks of cardiac arrhythmias. But underneath that box, underneath the title, is a box that says it was only from data.
Hold that, Dr. Risch. We'll have you back to continue this.